Well, the number of refugees and migrants arriving in Italy may have dropped, but it doesn't feel that way in the picturesque town of Ventimiglia near the French border. As winter bites, hundreds live in grim conditions as they wait for their chance to make it into France, and some have paid for their efforts with their lives. John Owens reports from Ventimiglia.
The pursuit of a better life has brought them to this. In northern Italy, migrants and refugees bide their time before another effort to cross into France, a journey that claims lives. But as winter temperatures drop, those living rough in the border town of Ventimiglia have little in the way of respite.
Here is very difficult, not easy to live here under the bridge, because you have to cover yourself by blanket, and this blanket is not enough to make you heat. The place is very cold.
The town is a draw for tourists, but those who care to look along the riverbank will see signs of a community, most of whom come from sub-Saharan Africa, making do. Among those assisting them is Father Rito Julio Alvarez.
We estimate there are currently about 200 people living by the river. This is a huge number, and it shouldn't be happening right here in the heart of Europe.
Getting into France is tough. The train route from Ventimiglia is checked by French police, who also patrol the border and send back those they've caught. European rules require migrants and refugees to claim asylum in their first country of arrival, and most came here by boat from Libya. Many attempt to take what is known as the Pass of Death, a perilous route into France across the Alps, or a motorway shortcut just off it. At least 11 refugees and migrants are thought to have died in Ventimiglia and along such routes since September 2016, even though the number arriving in Italy has dropped dramatically. Under the cover of night, efforts are redoubled. Those taking the train risk being put on a bus all the way back to South Italy. But the desire is strong to leave a country where unemployment is high. Meanwhile, children are among those making the journey, and their rights are being flouted, claims one NGO worker.
We are monitoring the situation, what French police do with minors, for example, because the minors have the right to enter and ask for asylum in France, but at the moment the border is closed.
A nearby camp housing 450 migrants and refugees is full, and Salah Alam prefers to stay away. He fears living there will increase his chances of remaining trapped in Italy.
Me, I tried like 5 times, but never successful. And again, I tried by mountain. It's difficult also. And come back again. But I will try to go.
It is a game of cat and mouse that shows no sign of abating. John Owens for VOA News, Ventimiglia, Italy.
Talent can be discovered just about anywhere. At least that's what Ugandan artist Rodney Kigundu is proving as he turns street kids into young artists. The painter, who offers free classes to disadvantaged communities, hopes to use his love for the arts to inspire new talent and help tackle poverty in Uganda. Let's go to the streets of Kampala to see what he does.
Uganda has about 13,000 street children, according to the Kampala Capital City Authority. Many of them were forced into the streets by poverty, while others were orphaned, among other reasons. The children are often in danger of being trafficked, forced into child labor, or even being molested while on the streets as they find themselves trapped in a life of begging for alms. In Katwe, Kampala, an artist, Rodney Kigundu, provides a safe space where children can learn how to draw and paint. Kigundu works with organizations that rehabilitate street children in Kampala to help them learn new skills and express themselves through art. Every evening, students from disadvantaged backgrounds attend classes at an informal school. Nadia Abudalla has been learning how to sketch and other basic art skills for a year now. She dreams of a bright future.
I like pictures because I hope that when I paint beautiful ones, people will appreciate and buy them. I will have enough money to keep me in school, buy some clothes, food, and few other things. That is why I paint beautiful pictures.
Kigundu and his former classmates formed the art club last year. Volunteering their teaching services at various centers in the capital, the trained artists buy paint, crayons and materials needed for classes with money made from selling their own artwork.
All of us, the four founders, were artists at university and we were all the same age, so we came together and we saw the urge to give back to community, and we sat down and discussed on what we could focus on basically. And we saw these kids on the streets who used to beg, and right now they still beg, asking for handouts, and yet we could give them something that could impact their lives and also make their lives better and make them earn a living out of it.
Kigundu says he wants to discourage his students from begging and instead show them that they can turn into budding artists and traders and use their talents to build a future.
See the number of street children reduced from 13,000 to 0. And with this, I want to reach out to more and more street children within Kampala and even outside Kampala, and reach out to them, teach them the skill of painting, teach them the skill of making crafts, jewelry, all the art skills I have.
The artist says he just wants to use his talent to reduce the number of children living on the streets of Kampala and also see that the children learn social skills and make new friends.
That's truly impressive. And that's our show for today. You can find all the continent's top news and world news online at voaafrica.com. So check it out. I'm Vincent McCoy in Washington. Joker Rogers has our last word from Lagos.
Thanks, Vincent. We look forward to bringing you another show next week. ChannelsTV.com, remember, is your source for news, sports and other programming. I'm Joker Rogers. Thanks for watching and goodbye.